Hey guys, I'm out this morning. I've got a couple days of vacation, so I plan on shooting some videos and getting some things stockpiled for the next week or so, and have a few other projects I'm wrapping up, and I figured I'd take some time to get out and enjoy the morning, and even though it's snowy and overcast, the nice weather. But got me to thinking about something, because we've all heard the term weekend warrior when it comes to our photography, and there's the people that, you know, they do this for a living, they're full-time, they earn 100% of their income from photography. And then there's people that, you know, work a day job and they, you know, get out when they can, typically weekends when they're off of work, things like that, and they go out and take advantage of that time then to make their pictures. And it got me thinking about, are there any pros and cons to being a full-time photographer versus being that weekend warrior, you know? And I myself am fully in the weekend warrior camp. I am not a professional by the terms or the sense that I make a living 100% from my photography. In fact, I don't really make any money at all from my photography. I do it because I love it. And I do it because of personal reasons. I want to capture moments with my family, and I want to, you know, document day-to-day life around me. But I also do it because there's so much beauty here in this part of the state where I live that I just absolutely love being able to try and capture that in a unique way, to show it to people that even if they live here, they may not have seen things that way. And so it's something a little different, and give my own view of the world on it. So, you know, thinking about it, I know that those that are professionals will oftentimes kind of have a mindset of, well, I'm a professional, I do this full-time for a living, and that means that somehow I'm better than you or anyone else that does photography just on the side or on the weekends or anything else. And, you know, while there are advantages to that, because you always can go shooting whenever you want, and you can, you know, really take the time to dive into projects and do what you need to do, there's a lot of downside to it as well. Because when you start taking something like photography, which is your passion and your hobby, and turning it into something that you have to rely on to put food on the table for your family or to pay the bills or anything like that, I think it puts a lot of stress on a person. I think it makes it a situation where, you know, you may not always enjoy what it is that you're shooting. And, you know, weddings are a prime example of that for me. I do shoot weddings now and then, and I will second shoot weddings and things like that. But for me, I don't want to have to be in a position where I basically have to be hustling and booking every single wedding that comes my way, or every single portrait session, because I'd rather be able to kind of pick and choose, so to speak, and work with those clients where once I meet them, I know there's a connection, I know we click, and I know it's going to be a fun time. And weddings are stressful, you know, no matter if you're having fun or not. There's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress involved in shooting a wedding, for example. But it's much better when you're working with a couple who is very cool, you know, very relaxed and fits with your mentality and your personality, more importantly. And so, you know, that's something where in the past I've gone down the road of thinking about making photography a full-time career, and I started pushing. I spent about 6 months to 8 months, I'm still a little stuffed up, but working and trying to build a client base and shooting everything I could. And I just, after that 6 or 8 month period, things slowed down a little bit, as they do in the winter. And I just realized that I wasn't enjoying it as much as I thought I was going to. You know, and while I had fun and I met a lot of great people and got to take some very special photographs and, you know, shot some weddings and, you know, a little bit of everything. And sure, I made some money, but it's then when it kind of clicked for me. You know, that little light went off in my little pea-brain head and said, you know, you're losing sight of why you're shooting. You're losing sight of what it is you love about photography. And I think that's the biggest downfall to shooting professionally, is that, you know, you don't have the luxury of being able to say, well, this project sounds good, that project doesn't, I don't want to work with them, because bottom line is you've got to meet that bottom line. You've got to make sure that you have steady income coming in to support your family, to keep food on the table, pay the bills, all of that stuff. And, you know, it kind of makes you forced to go into some decisions where you maybe aren't enjoying yourself as much. You're maybe not, you know, creating work that you love or that you're passionate about, and you're not able to really follow your heart in those instances. And that's where I think, you know, for myself, being a weekend warrior, I'm proud of that, because yeah, I work a day job and it's cool. You know, I have no issues whatsoever with my day job. It's got a fantastic schedule and it keeps a steady income coming for me, so that when I do get time, like today, I'm off for a couple days, my wife is at work still, and I've got some free time, I can just go out and follow my passion. I can find something interesting and just shoot what I want to do. If I feel like starting a project, you know, I'm hoping if the weather cooperates. I was going to go this morning, but the roads were nasty, and as you can see, the lighting conditions weren't great for it. But I was going to head up to the North Shore today and try and do some new photo work from the beautiful North Shore of Lake Superior here up in Minnesota. And just figured I'd pass on it for today, and hopefully tomorrow or Monday the weather will be a little more cooperative, and I can get up that way and see what comes of it. But you know, I think that's a real advantage. Even this YouTube channel, for example, if I was shooting full time as a professional photographer, making a living from YouTube, or excuse me, from, you know, photographs, be it weddings, be it portrait sessions, families, all of that, I don't know that I'd have time to ever have dove into something like this, where I can take 15, 20 minutes, half hour out of my day to shoot the videos, and in another hour or so, sometimes more than that, to go ahead and try and edit it and put content up for you guys. And you just don't always have that opportunity, which is kind of a bummer. And that's why for me, I made the choice long ago that, you know, if someone wants me to do, say, their wedding photos, or someone wants me to do, you know, family portraits for them or something like that, I'm more than happy to talk to them. And oftentimes I'll do it because I have the flexibility to fit it into my schedule when it works best for me. Sorry, I keep hearing it sounds like a car coming, but I think it's just wind whipping through the pines here. So I'm not looking for boogeymen over my shoulder, but you know, that's really the advantage I think I have, that I can go take jobs as I want, if I want. I can also work a lot on a barter system, where, and I've done that in the past. I did it with a t-shirt company out of the cities called Caniform, where they had contacted me through Instagram actually, and asked if I'd be interested in doing a little swap. They sent me up a t-shirt for free, and in return I took some pictures and shared them on my Instagram, told people about them here because the shirts were awesome. And that's the kind of thing that I can afford to do, because I'm not relying on it as an income. For me, the photography is just something I love doing, and sure, it's nice to do things now and then, maybe sell a print or you know, do a portrait session or whatever it is, just to make a few extra bucks and help fund the hobby. That's great, and I certainly don't begrudge that to anybody. But I think, you know, myself, it's become very clear, I guess, where I stand on the issue is that I really think there is a definite advantage to being a quote-unquote weekend warrior. And in my mind, and I like to think that my photography is okay. It's not the best. There's certainly many others that are so much better than I am. There's so much amazing work out there. And it's something I push myself to try and get better and better. But I think I'm competent. I think I know my way around a camera, and I can make a good, solid picture. And I have quite a few duds as well. But that's why we do it. But I think labeling yourself as a professional just because you shoot full time does not in any way, shape, or form mean that your photos are better than someone who just shoots on the weekend. In fact, I know many people who shoot only on the weekends, and they have fantastic, amazing, inspiring work. And I've also seen quite a few professionals that rely on it for a living full time. You know, you meet a lot of people online, and that's what they do, and they kind of give you the runaround, and you look at their work, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it seems like you're kind of losing sight of things. You're so busy trying to keep the bills paid and make the money that you really don't have time to develop and grow in your craft. So just a thought for today. If you guys have any thoughts, of course, as always, leave them down in the comments. I do want to ask, and I hate asking this because it's not all about subscribers and followers, but I know with YouTube there are some cool things I can do if I can get these subscriber numbers up a little bit. So please, if you like these videos, if you like what you're seeing, make sure and tell your friends about them, spread the word. I would forever be grateful to you for that. And most of all, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button down below, because all of that we can do will just help me be able to do a few extra little things with this YouTube channel that I'm realizing would be pretty handy to do. So for that, or with that I should say, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to take advantage of the rest of a day off. I've got today, tomorrow, got some family stuff over the weekend, and then I've got Monday, and we're going to try and make the best of it to hopefully capture some more great images and be able to share that with you guys going forward. So I do have a car coming, and I am parked right in the middle of a road right now, so I'm going to let you go. You guys take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow.